Hello everyone, Friday, November the 4th. Thank you for your company. Tonight, we look at that massive amount to the provinces in the 2017 budget. The Electoral Commission goes to secondary schools to get eligible students to register to vote. Provinces have never had it so good. Districts and wards have never enjoyed so much attention. The 2017 budget has set a benchmark for these areas away from Waigani, where continued and intense economic and developmental activities are set to take place right at the center of where the people are. Jeheb Akia reports.
Of the 12.9 billion kina 2017 national budget, it is not surprising to see provincial governments receiving the biggest cut, amounting to 3.6 billion kina, which is 27.8% of the total budget. Major appropriations within the provincial government allocation breakups include the Provincial Services Improvement Programs receiving 220 million kina, District Services Improvement Program getting 890 million kina, and the Local Level Government Services Improvement Programs receiving 32.2 million kina. And for the first time since the Onedion government came into office, the ward levels now too have a share in the national budget, taking up 61.8 million kina of the total provincial grants. This means, come next year, each ward member will receive 10,000 kina to carry out ward improvement programs within their jurisdictions.
Of the total budget of 12,965.4 million kina, in terms of its allocation, the provinces will receive 3,605.7 million kina. This is 27% of the total budget and is the largest budget. This of this 2,203.5 million kina on operational expenditure and 1,428.1 million kina capital expenditure. Major appropriations include capital expenditure funding to subnational government includes 10 million kina for per province in direct funding through the Provincial Services Improvement Program, 10 million kina per district under the District Services Improvement Program, and 100,000 kina per LLG government under the Local Level Government Services Improvement Program. An additional 10,000 kina is allocated to each ward with the removal of fixed sector allocations. The provinces and districts now have greater flexibility in utilizing these funds to address total development priorities.
As for the province-by-province breakup, Morobe Province came out with the largest chunk, with a total of 274 million kina, followed by the autonomous region of Bougainville, which received 256.5 million kina. The other three provinces that received more than 200 million kina include the Madang, Eastern Highlands and the East Sepik provinces. East New Britain, the Southern Highlands and Chimbu provinces received over 180 million kina respectively, while the nation's capital NCD received 172.8 million kina. All other provinces received between 100 and 160 million kina, depending on the size and the resourcefulness of the province concerned. Below the 100 million kina mark came the New Ireland province with 98.8 million kina, followed by Oro, Gulf and lastly the Manus province, which received the lowest budget allocation of 58 million kina. Treasurer Patrick Pruitt said the 2017 national budget will maintain the government's expenditure strategies as reflected in previous budgets. He pointed out that close attention will also be paid to all government priority areas including health, education, infrastructure, topped off by provincial and district expenditures. The other sectors to benefit greatly from the 2017 budget include the administrative sector, taking up 21.1% of the total budget. Major projects that fall under the administrative sector include the 2017 general elections, where 400 million kina was allocated, and the 2018 APEC Leaders Summit, which was allocated 250 million kina.
The administrative sector receives 2,732.3 million kina. which is 18% of the total budget, the second largest share of the budget. Major projects include the APEC Summit and 2017 National General Election. The hosting of the APEC 2018 presents enormous opportunity for Papua New Guinea to promote itself as an investment destination and is expected to spur growth and diversification of our economy. Another priority for the sector is to build capacity for the revenue-generating authorities and agencies. In particular, IRC and Customs were allocated 10 million kina for ASCUDA and CEF, while 20 million kina was allocated for RESI project and revenue-raising initiatives. Increased funding in these areas should see increased revenue collection in next year and beyond.
The health sector received 1.2 billion kina, while the education sector received 1.1 billion kina. Key government policies such as the free health and education will remain and be catered for under these fundings. The fifth largest cut of the national budget went to the law and order sector, followed by the transport sectors and the economic sector, which received almost 400 million kina.
The total funding for health in 2017 is 1,221.5 million kina, which is 9.2% of the total budget. The government has maintained its key commitments in health sector. The capital component of 351.6 million kina includes 20 million kina fixed support for the free primary health care service policy. The total funding for education sector in 2017 budget is 1,162.5 million kina, which is 8.7% of our total budget. From the total of 1,162.5 million kina, 602 million kina is maintained for the tuition fee-free policy.
The Treasurer maintains that the current government has been quite diligent in framing its economic and fiscal policies and remains committed in steering an independent course that is guided by pragmatism and realistic policies.
Jeheb Akia with that report. After the break, the Electoral Commission goes beyond the villages to secondary schools to enroll eligible students.